Alrighty, so this video is going to be talking about how to solve this question. So let's just get started on it. So it says simplify, and it has parentheses 2v squared minus 6v minus 1 plus parentheses 3v squared minus 4v plus 7. So to do this question, we have to talk about a couple things first. So in the same ways, when you add apples and oranges, you can only add apples and oranges. It's sort of the same thing with variables. And remember, variables are these little letters here. So remember that you can have, I'm just going to say x squared, x, and then a number. So numbers can be added together in their own little world, and they're fine. X's can be added together. So if you have like 2x or like 3x or something like that, you can add those together in their own little world, and they're fine. But then you have x squared, and this is usually where people get messed up. X squareds, x's and ones can't be added together. They're like blueberries, strawberries, and lemons. You can't put them together. You can't add them together unless, really not anything. You just can't put them together. So when you are looking at this, what I'm going to tell you to do is to look at these as separate entities. So if I have 2v squared over here and 3v squared, that's 1. And then if I have minus 6v, and don't forget to include whatever sign is in front of it, include that in there. So negative 6v and minus 4v, and then negative 1 and positive 7. Now, you're going to at some point come across this where this is a negative in the middle instead of a plus. So here's a plus, so these stay the same. If this was a negative, this second set of terms would switch signs. So it would become negative 3v squared plus 4v minus 7 if this was a negative or a minus right there. But because it's not, we're not going to worry about that. Just keep that in mind in the event you get that question, because at some point you probably will. Okay, so with that, I'm going to rewrite this question. So essentially, this is an addition problem. If I could get my stuff to work, here we go. This is an addition problem or a subtraction problem, depending on which one you have. So when you're working this problem out, keep that in mind. So when I do this, I'm going to move this down over here. So I have 2v squared is being added to 3v squared. Okay, so 2v squared plus 3v squared equals 5v squared. Okay, and then I go to my my v's. So I have negative 6 and negative 4. So negative 6v minus 4v equals negative 10v. Okay, and then my last one over here, I have negative 1 and plus 7. So negative 1 plus 7 equals positive 6. So my answer to this would then be 5v squared minus 10v plus 6. This is my answer. Okay, so a lot of people have to go through, some people stack the question like this. So some people will do the question and then 3v squared minus 4v plus 7, and then just say, okay, well, this is just adding, and they'll just work down, right? And you'll get essentially the same thing. It doesn't matter which way you want to do it. If you want to do it this way, that's fine. If you just need to be like me and look at these things first and do it that way, that's fine too. You'll get the same answer either way. Just remember, when you're doing this question, it's really important to note that if this is a positive, this whole second thing is going to be the same. But if this is a negative, this whole thing is going to change to to negative. So all these signs are going to switch, but you might not see that one with this question. You might, doesn't matter. So anyway, that's what you need to know to do this question. If you have any more questions, let me know.